everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Warrior 865. I'm Mia.
And I'm Ava. We're so excited to kick off this brand new show to bring you stories that matter to our school and our community.
To start, we'd like to introduce you to a few new teachers here at the high school. Some fresh faces are joining our teaching staff this year, and we're so excited for you to meet them. So for starters, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Carter, Mr. Flooring, Carter Flooring. I'm from Michigan. I lived there my whole life, and then I spent 2 years in Dallas before I came here to Knoxville. I got a degree in math and music from Hillsdale College, and then I got a master's degree in jazz piano. Other interests, I love music, jazz especially, coffee, specialty coffee. I like to golf, I play ultimate frisbee. I do a lot of active things outdoors, which is one of the reasons I really love being in East Tennessee here, is I get to be outside almost the whole year instead of below 0 degrees in Michigan or 113 degrees in Dallas, so it's good.
How long have you been teaching?
Well, this is my first year ever. So in my master's degree for jazz piano, I was a teaching fellow for 1.5 years. So I taught undergraduate courses there in keyboard skills, which was really fun. Before that, I helped out, I tutored at Hillsdale. I did computer science, mathematics, music there. But being a high school teacher, this is my first year ever. So I'm just really excited to get to know all the students, get to know the people at CAK, and everyone who I've worked with so far has been really, really wonderful.
For starters, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
All right, my name is Ms. Askins, and I am a mom of 5, all the way from age 20 down to age 18 months. So we have a very busy household. I've been in the East Tennessee area for about 12 years, but originally I'm from Chicago, go Cubs. And I have done all things music my entire life, really. Since I was a little girl, I've always been involved in music.
Why did you choose CAK?
I'm a product of Christian education. I was homeschooled through a Christian curriculum. I went to Moody Bible Institute for my undergrad, Liberty University for my graduate degree. My father taught in Christian institutions all my growing up years, and so that's near and dear to my heart. So when the position became available, I was so happy to be able to invest back into students what I had received along the way.
What are you most excited for this school year?
I'm excited about a lot of things, but I think number one is building relationships with the students. I've been here, a full week and a few days, and I love the student body here so much, and just to be able to really get to know the students more than just names and their abilities and talents on the surface.
I'm Miss Randolph, and I'm coming to CAK from Berean Christian School, where I taught for 14 years. Before that, when I was in college and grad school, I was in South Carolina, but I'm originally from Knoxville. I chose Bible teaching many years ago. It was something that God actually put on my heart. It wasn't my original intent when I went to college. I was actually going to teach English in another country, was my dream, but God changed my heart towards that, and instead, still a teacher, but now I'm teaching Bible. Outside of school, you could find me in the mountains, you could find me on the lake. I like anything that is outdoors, paddleboarding, kayaking, hiking. I enjoy being with my friends. I'm involved with my church. Things like that.
We're so glad to welcome them.
I can't wait to see the impact they'll have here. Now, shifting to a more serious note, September 11th marked the 24th anniversary of the tragic 9/11.
This is a time when we pause to reflect on the lives lost and the heroes who stepped forward that day. Our feature today highlights a few teachers telling their story about where they were on that tragic morning, and one who experienced it firsthand.
On September 11th,
On 9/11?
On September 11th,
2001, I was a freshman at Bearden High School, and after first period, the principal came on the intercom and told us that the teachers needed to turn on the TVs and watch the news because America was under attack. And I actually was checking out of school at that point. My mom was taking me to the orthodontist to get my braces off.
We were stationed at Vandenberg Air Force Base, California, which is right on the coast of California.
I had a 6-week-old baby and I was giving her a bath watching the Today Show.
I was on 43rd Street, Manhattan, opening a store. I used to work for a Christian bookstore, and so we were opening the store, putting music out, and heard news that the Twin Towers had gotten hit.
I can remember seeing that on the news and feeling shocked and scared and sad.
My husband called me the next morning and he said, you need to turn on the news. Somebody's flown a plane into the Twin Towers, and it was just minutes before the second plane hit the Twin Towers.
Everything in me kind of panicked because I thought I have 2 young children I've brought into this mess and what's going on in the world. I also was a little panicked because my husband was out with my older son, who was only 2 at the time, getting shoes for a wedding we were supposed to fly to, and all flights had been grounded, so we ended up driving 12 hours to a family wedding.
I was in Manhattan when they got hit, both towers, when they fell. Couldn't see it from Midtown, but in order to get home to Brooklyn, I had to walk across the bridge. And so we had to walk right by the wreckage and saw the smoke and all the damage. And for the next couple of weeks, I spent a lot of time just going downtown, going down to the site and kind of mourning over that.
And so in my life, I woke up on September 11th excited to go through the day, and then it ended up being just a really sad and hard day in the history of our country.
And that wraps up our first episode of Warrior 865.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.